21 minutes past 8 o'clock. Tara with the week that was, and Tyrone with the week that wasn't. I want to introduce you to Tyrone Fisher. He's an artist and a comedian, and I want to invite him on a regular basis to talk about what he has noticed and what he has sensed and what he has absorbed in the city over the past week. Good morning, Tyrone. Thanks so much for joining us, and welcome to Good Morning Cape Town.
Morning, Lester. Thanks for having me. I got to say, my parents are listening to this broadcast, and they must be like, Lester's a bad influence on you, man. Talking about nude beaches, BBLs. What's going on?
This highbrow, intelligent conversation, not on a Friday and not this time of the day. Tell Cape Town a little bit about yourself.
As Lester mentioned, I am Tyrone Fisher, comedian and writer. I hate this word, but it is descriptive. I do some social media content. I make a couple of skits, talk about what's happening in South Africa and Cape Town. And I try to have fun while also talking about some serious stuff.
So let's talk about some of the serious stuff we've experienced this week. And of course, I think top of mind for Cape Townians this week would of course be the heat.
Ironic, we're telling people to put clothes on this week. It's unbelievably hot. It was almost, I don't know, it felt like, I feel like this is maybe the same heat you feel at like a Pastor John on a CK sermon. Do you know what I mean? Because it's got to be hard to earn that much money. It has to be, you know? But I don't know, this week was kind of like, I started to yearn for an open plan office again, where there's just aircon. Because I work from home and it was not fun. And I don't know. A theory that I have as well is that it's possible. The Cape Town weather was like, I'm going to start helping to get rid of digital nomads. What if I burn their faces off? I don't know if it worked because I didn't have a good time and I'm a local.
But what about these people who, like, we took a lot of calls from parents saying, well, either our kids' schools have cancelled sport or sport is still going. People are still exercising. Those even 4 a.m. clubbers will go running at 4 o'clock in the morning. And this week we took some gauges, temperatures as much as 35 degrees at 4:45 in the morning.
That is too hot. I imagine, I don't know, I feel like run club attendance would have been down this week. But another sport that does exist that I think we always forget about is swimming. You know?
Just on a serious point, of course, we are now have to be concerned about the reality of what is a shifting climate, or at least let us say a climate that is less and less predictable, because this is March, for goodness sake. It is early autumn. Officially a heat wave is declared when a temperature is 5 degrees above the monthly average, and usually in March the monthly average is about 25 degrees. We hit temperatures of over 40. I think that is a concern and should be a concern.
Yeah, I don't even have a joke. I'm just really scared of global warming. Terrified.
As we should be. But another thing that has caught our attention this week, has been a big topic on Cape Talk, is coffee shops banning dogs. Gasp.
I heard it was, it's Dario's cafe, right, that banned it. I don't know. It's super serious. I heard someone's finger was actually bitten off, which is wild. But there is a pity that it's called Dario's, just because that's the perfect name for a doggy daycare center. Dario's Dogs. It's so good. Like, how did you... But I have a theory. I think it kind of proves, though, that cats are better. I don't know if you've heard about this, Lester, but there's a cafe in Somerset West. It's run by cats. Completely run by cats.
Is this, Dinkum, are you serious? Is this true? Is there a real cat hotel run by cats?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, as like the voice of reason in the room, Lester. I'm 100% sure. They made me a pour-over coffee. No one said I'm good at this.
And then finally, what has been also on our minds has been the Iran war, the US-Israel-led strikes on Iran, and then, of course, the retaliatory strikes.
I don't have. It's hard to talk about the war because it's just crazy. But I have been learning a lot of new pronunciations. I don't know about you. I heard it's not actually the Strait of Hormuz, it's the Strait of Hormuz. Another pronunciation that we've all been pronouncing it wrong. I didn't know this. It's not actually pronounced Donald Trump. I've got some help from my close and personal friend Benny McCarthy. It's actually pronounced
Mazat Boosh.
Byron. I've heard all sorts of pronunciations. The Strait of Hormuz, the Strait of Hummus. Is it Ayatollah Khamenei or is it Ayatollah Khamenei? But I think you have a quite active description of how you actually pronounce Donald Trump.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to making fun of him.
Oh, Tyron, I really appreciate your time. Tyron will join us regularly. He's actually going to be performing next week at the Kaya Cafe. It's comedy in the Common. It's on the 19th of March. Doors open at 9:30. Where's Kaya Comedy?
It's at Kaya Cafe on Loop Street. Doors open at 7:30.
Doors open at 7:30. Tyron, really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us on Good Morning Cape Town.